And good morning, coming to you from the campus of Trinity Valley Community College. I'm Tim Howard along with Mark McLean. It is day 2 of the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic as we get set for action. Good morning, first and foremost, Mark. We saw some great games on Friday. Now we're ready for round 2. What jumped out at you? We had some fun ones throughout the day yesterday.
Well, we really did. I think the fact that Northwest Florida State, the team that we're going to see in this first game here this morning, the defending national champions, #1 team in the nation, they do what they do, and they certainly did it yesterday in a victory over South Plains. Very impressed with Three Rivers yesterday and their win over Angelina. And Trinity Valley did last night what they needed to do against Hill. And so some really good basketball yesterday. Here today we start off with Paris and Northwest Florida State. Got Panola, LSU, Eunice coming up after that. South Plains, Angelina at 3. Cedar Valley, Hill. And then tonight, my goodness, I am looking forward to tonight because I'm not on the broadcast. I can sit back and shut up and just watch Three Rivers and Trinity Valley knock it out tonight.
And there may be cookies involved, too, on the side note of that. I did hear a rumor. Three Rivers handled Angelina. TVCC big over Hill. Actually, Hill closed it out 95-86 the final there. Three Rivers 69-49. And Paris was victorious 78-56 over Eunice out of LSU. Panola winning over Cedar Valley 69-64. So this first one will be interesting as Northwest Florida 62, South Plains 48. Both victorious yesterday, so should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and turn it over to Stephanie Gady and our public address announcer with this morning's starting lineups.
Washington, number 24, Maya Jones. The Lady Dragons are coached by Brittany Christensen and T. Robinson and assisted by Nevaeh Blufer. And now the starting lineups for the Northwest Florida State Raiders. From Tampa, Florida, number 1, Jayla Davis. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 2, Destiny McFall. From Magnolia, Arkansas, number 11, Kyla McBride. From Lake Esnor, California, number 12, Maya Prefax. And from Paris, France, number 32, Celia Riviera. The Raiders are coached by Bart Walker, assisted by Zach Banks and Ketta Sanders.
So as we get ready for this one, what do you anticipate from Northwest Florida State? What their game is up and down the floor, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Talking with Bart Walker, their 7th-year head coach. They're 9 years overall. I told him, I said, you don't have quite the height that you had last year. And he's like, well, you know, those kind of players don't come along all that often for us. But I would rather have some 6 foot, give or take, 5'10" young ladies who can run the floor in his system. And that's the kind of players that he wants, and that's the kind of players he has. Yeah, he's got some young ladies who can run the floor.
They get up and down for sure. We're about set for the start here. It's game 1 of 5, and we kind of just ran over that schedule with you. We'll be talking about it throughout the day. We were scheduled to have some guests joining us throughout the broadcast today, so we're looking forward to that as well. Let's get to the action. Here's the tip. It will be out of bounds off of Northwest Florida State. So last touched by the Raiders.
Raiders today, I'm proud to say, in white uniforms with their red numerals and black trim. Paris in the green with the gold numerals and white trim.
Quick steal and lost the handles on it there. It was number 2, Destiny McFall, as she took a slide down the hardwood. Got tripped up, though, there, and no whistle. Inadvertently is the early word from the official. So working around the perimeter are the Lady Dragons. Very methodical, trying to set a slow-down pace. They don't want to get in a running game with the Raiders. Another slip, too. And there's a 3 on the way. It's up and good. And that right wrist appears to be bothering Riviera. She's trying to shake it off, but landed awkwardly on it. You still see her grimacing, shaking it out. So 3-0 Paris with the early lead. Seven on the shot clock. Getting it down low, kick out, pass it, throw it away. So intended for Destiny McFall.
Well, we're sitting over here next to the Northwest Florida State bench, and all I can hear from them in the early stages is concern over the alertness and intensity level of the team.
It's you look at the Lady Dragons; they come in with a 3-6 record here, so it might be one of those gotcha games if you kind of overlook them. They've got a long way to go, and a wide open three comes up empty. Rebound and a good hustle play there, and that was made by Reese Summers, the sophomore out of Denison, who saved it before it went out of bounds, and then fouled going to the free throw line will be Allison Reese.
Well, we mentioned it yesterday from a Paris standpoint. They're very athletic as well. The talent level may or may not be on par, obviously, with Northwest Florida State, but they do have athletes.
Yeah, they can fill out the roster for sure with some athleticism of their own. First free throw is good for Reese. Second one on the way, and rolls the cylinder and through.
So it is Allison Reese 5, Northwest Florida State nothing.
Yeah, she's hit a 3 and now 2 free throws. So she's loosened up and ready to go. Cutting off the baseline, now attacking. Kick out over on the left wing. McFall worked it down low. Now from the right baseline, driving, letting it hang, and doesn't get the roll. Shot taken by Fairfax, but did not get the roll. Here come the Lady Dragons. They'll slow it down and try and set it up, being very methodical. Three on the way is short. That's the second air ball we've seen here in the opening 3 minutes of play. Thought about it now. Takes the three out top. Count the basket for McBride. Kyla hitting a three to get the first points of the morning for the Raiders.
And for Northwest Florida State that time down the floor, quick ball movement. Got the open shot. McBride took it, got it, went immediately into a press, and so they're going to try and push the issue now.
McBride with the steal and goes all the way underneath the basket. Finally slowed down. They'll pass it off. Missed the left-handed shot underneath as Riviere comes up empty. Thanks for joining us this morning. The first game of 5 here on the Cardinal Sports Network as Paris is taking on the #1 team in the nation, Northwest Florida State. Inside 10 on the shot clock, letting it fly. Won't go, but an offensive rebound, and then stolen away by Jayla Davis. Davis had it blocked, but she couldn't touch it as Summers was out of bounds and just had to stand there and hope that someone would touch it.
Well, she was hoping that she wasn't the last one to touch the ball, but the official says, yeah, you were.
Yeah, she had to just let that clock run on her. And hopefully someone will knock it out, but not the case. Out of bounds it will be. Raiders ball. Stolen away. Good hands there from Newhouse. Goes strong to the basket, draws the foul, and one opportunity. Newhouse out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to this stripe here.
After that contact, Celia Revere going to check out. She's had physically a rough start for the game here with the wrist and now maybe a rib issue.
Yeah, she's labored a lot here in this first 3.5 minutes. We talked a little bit about House yesterday, and she's really been pretty impressive in that first game and gets the three-point play there to make it an 8-3 Paris.
Paris has led throughout.
Swinging it over in the corner. Thought about a three now. Drop pass off on the right baseline. Back up top. Shot on the way, rattles out, cleared out, and here come the Lady Dragons. That shot didn't fall for McFall. Had a pretty good look at it. Was impressed with them in warm-ups here. They knocked down about 12 in a row from that very spot and just kept dropping it through. But that one didn't count or didn't fall. Spin move in the paint. Might have got away with an extra step. The basket on the way up and good for Reese Summers. Good start for the Lady Dragons.
And conversely, about as bad a start as Northwest Florida State could expect. Breakfast apparently was not good to them.
Kick out for three on the way up and good. Gets that one to fall. So Destiny McFall with the three-point shot pulls the Raiders within four. Full court press coming here and a foul.
Tim with the first block of the day. Somebody tried to take our chair and Tim blocked them.
Oh, I thought I missed something else. You were talking about me.
I put you down on the stat sheet.
Oh, we're looking forward to some guests this morning or afternoon. We look forward to bringing you coverage from different vantage point throughout the day. But I've officially made it on the score sheet is what you're saying.
Yes.
Nice. So here's a drive inside. Good denial in the paint. Off the glass and good. Count the basket. 12-6 Paris. Off the glass on the other end. Count that one there for Riviere.
It seems like in the early going, Paris, they're nothing to lose, so they're just free and letting it go. Northwest Florida State, they seem very timid to take the shot.
Yeah, a lot more, I don't know if tense is the word, but yesterday against South Plains, they came out, they really in step from the get-go. Good drive in the paint, shot, count the basket. Contact, let them play this morning. Count that one for Maya Jones. Up 6 here with under 4 to go. Knocked away. First person to get it was House. She tipped it away. Then stolen on the other end. And one coming here. Give all the credit in the world to Destiny McFall, who got the steal, goes to the basket, and now gets the three-point opportunity.
And went right back to the basket through the contact that was coming in from behind her from Maya Jones. So that's the kind of thing that, and for McFall as a returning sophomore and a leader on the team, that's the kind of thing that could spark them in the direction they want to go.
We'll take a quick timeout, coming back with more after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
Welcome back. It is the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic going on at Trinity Valley Community College here in Athens, Texas. Glad to have you tuned in today as it's game 1 of 5. Thoughts on the early start?
Yeah, again, Northwest Florida State just very, I don't know, just seemed very timid, very thinking too much, as far as having an open shot and not taking it, trying to make an extra pass. And Paris, on the other hand, they're just letting it go. And Brittany Christian's team, she knows she has an athletic team. Just let them play.
let them get out up and down the floor a little bit here. Missing the free throw, that would have pulled them within 3. So the Lady Dragons trying to continue the good start they've had. They come in with only a 3-6 record, taking on the #1 team in the country. Now here's a offensive foul. It's going to be against Gentle. I said it yesterday.
She's
anything but gentle. Lauren is,
and we mean that in the kindest way.
of course, yeah, of course. She's a lot of fun to watch out there, man. She gives it her all for sure.
Yeah.
And so here come the Raiders on the other side. Too easy there. They'll talk about that. They got the ball to Celia in the paint. And she knew exactly what to do with that.
Well, Gentle covering her. Gentle and Revere about the same size, body wide, but Revere's got probably a couple inches height on her. Came in play there.
2-point game here with inside 3 minutes to go in the first. Gets the screen up top, shot on the way, won't go. Ball on the ground, on the floor, picked up. Here come the Raiders. It was Davenport that finally controlled it.
Paris thought there was a double dribble there.
Little jump stop in the paint, kick out for 3. Shot on the way. That is money time for McFall. Destiny McFall now with her 8th point here in the first period.
And our first lead change.
Yeah, they have taken the lead with that 3. And now it will be Reese bringing it up right in front of us here at the scorer's table. They'll set it up with 2 minutes to go first. Gentle works it around to Summers back up top. Oh, great anticipation. Here comes Davis. Perfect job there. She didn't get the shot to fall, but draws the contact. She's really good at that. Seen her do that a couple of times already in this tournament.
Yeah, I know for Jayla Davis with the steal and taking it back down the floor, and she draws the contact, and she's at the free throw line to shoot. But here at the Northwest Florida State bench, their complaint was, make your layup.
Yeah, want that 3-point play there, huh?
Yeah.
And gets the first one. No, rolls off. So still just a 1-point advantage. They took the lead the last time down the floor and trying to add to it here. Second one on the way is good.
Davis 66% from the free throw line, 67% from the line as a team for Northwest Florida State.
So here comes the inbound. Walters quickly up the floor. Work it around. Thought about a 3. Thought better of it. Probably the right call there for Ziggy. We saw her knock down a couple of those yesterday. Dozier in the corner. Summers directing traffic. Gets trapped up top. Now driving right. Hanging, shooting, blocked. And here come the Raiders.
Davenport with the block.
Doesn't get the roll, but the putback is good by Deborah Davenport. So got the block on one end and then follows the play and gets the basket. Out to a 4-point lead for the Raiders. Inside a minute to go here in the first.
Well, the alarm clock was kind of late for Northwest Florida State, but I think it's gone off.
They hit that snooze button a couple of times, but now they're looking like they're into more of their regular form. Baseline shot won't go. Clearing it out is Rivera. Scott slowed it down. They'll work it around. Now go inside and knock it down. That is Celia Rivera. She has 6 in the contest now. Final 15 seconds. First quarter of play. Driving. Does not pick it up. Now it's controlled by Chase. Chase going to work it up. Shot on the way at the buzzer, rattles off the rim. So at the end of one, it's Northwest Florida State 20, Paris 14. We'll step away. We're coming back with more after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
Your favorite thing delivered right to your door means that you never have to stop doing your other favorite thing. Nailed it. Order McDelivery in the app.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra. Mine's the mashed potatoes. Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
It's all about the hush puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
Set for the second period of play here. Paris trailing Northwest Florida State. I'm Tim along with Mark as we get back to action here. And the stoppage of play here right off the bat.
Tell you what, there were some serious conversations being had on both benches during the quarter break there. Brittany Christian really getting into her team for kind of losing their focus and effort there late in the quarter. Bart Walker working his young ladies over as well.
Yeah,
still not happy with what he's seeing out of them.
Had that one knocked away. They are just a little lackadaisical on those passes here in the early going. Now a tie up. That arrow will favor Paris. So.
Yeah, again, Paris got off to such a great start early in the game with their effort and athleticism and everything. But boy, it kind of went away there in the latter stages of the first quarter. And I know that's what Brittany Christian was getting on to them for, was the fact that they started off strong and slacked off so quickly.
It can go in a hurry, especially when you're playing the likes of Northwest Florida State, the defending national champion and #1 in the polls right now. A shot, one and done. Here come the Raiders down the floor. Thought for a second she's going to try and pull that up, but really didn't have a good control of that ball as it got away from her.
Paris in a zone defense.
Driving left baseline, cut off there. Now a skip pass up to Scott. Going strong to the basket, count the basket as Davenport draws the contact and finishes. And she'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Davenport, 4 points in the contest since she came in off the bench, but also since she came in off the bench, the effort by her and the entire Northwest Florida State team has picked up dramatically.
I would agree with you. In fact, if you're sitting over with the coaching staff, you hear Coach Walker and the assistants just has a quick bucket on the other end, you kind of get a little more motivated when you get to check in that ball game.
I'm hearing more than I want to hear.
So they give up a gimme on the other end, just not getting back. Good hustle from Paris. It's a 7-point contest. Skip up top over in the corner. Thought about a three. Now they go in the paint, driving, hanging, and scoring. Count the basket for Scott. Nevaeh Scott with a bucket. It's her first points of the morning. And now a charge underneath, and that is going to be Ferguson that gets the position. Foul's called on Maddie Walters. Walters' first of the game today.
Definitely some contact there, but in all honesty, let's face it, when you're number one and defending national champs, you kind of get calls like that.
Yeah, that was a tough one on Maddie. Here's a steal. Again, just a little bit uncharacteristic of this Raiders team. Paris is working hard on the defensive side of the ball, making things happen. Reese out top to House. Count it. 3-point shot for Newhouse.
Wow.
They
Inside,
needed that
outside,
one.
she can do it. Huh?
Yeah, she's done that a couple of times here in this opportunity that we've got to see them play over the last 2 days. Today, day 2 of the Budke Serna tournament. There's a running jumper from the right side. Count that for Pierfax. Maya Pierfax with her first bucket. Pace quickens a little bit here. That's what Northwest Florida State wants. They want to up and down. This is going to be a backcourt violation. They want to quicken that pace tremendously.
Get very aggressive here in the last few trips down the floor on their man-to-man defense that they're imploring. Haven't really, we see them drop into a trap on occasion, but most of the time it's just very aggressive man-to-man.
So Deanasty checking out. Checking in is going to be Ferguson. But yeah, you're right. Oh, that'll raise an eyebrow down the way there. Coach Christian not happy about that. Like, you got to get in position there.
Yep, just can't let them score right off the inbound pass.
There's a good job balancing that sideline over there by Summers. Underneath, and they go to House. So she's got the last 5 points. Hit the 3 on the outside, then comes back inside for a quick bucket. Still 11-point lead for the Raiders here with 6:25 left in the first half. Kick out, now up top. Scott over in the corner. McBride gonna set up for 3. It's on the way, and it's no good. Rebound is taken by Summers. Reese Summers gets it back across to Reese. Backed her down low, then threw it away. It's going to be a fast break. 2-on-1. Here come the Raiders going strong. Basket is good. Coach Walker going to take a timeout, and he wants to talk it over with his team. So with 5:42 to go here in the first half, we'll take a timeout. More after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Where prevention might just be the prescription.
Way to work.
Teaching is on the treatment plan. And everyone is always on the same team. Yours. Baylor Scott and White Health, changing healthcare for the better.
And welcome back. It is all Northwest Florida State here, 31-20. They start out a little slow. What's been the difference so far?
Again, Northwest Florida State, I think the alarm clock went off a little late. Either that or breakfast wasn't to their liking. Something wasn't right. It's just taking them some time to kind of get in gear and get in the flow of things. And once they have decided to step up the tempo and start to press it a little bit and get in the steals and the open shots, it's made a world of difference after an early deficit that they had to overcome. This time out here, Bart Walker took it. Had nothing to do with the layup that Northwest Florida State got. I think he wanted to say a few words to the officials about the non-call of contact on the layup. So it had a little bit to do with strategy for the team, but it was more of a...
yeah, it was a timeout that he wanted to have a conversation. It's game 1 of 5 today. Coming up following this, it's scheduled for 1 o'clock. It'll be LSU Eunice versus Panola here at the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic going on here at Trinity Valley. Thanks for tuning in. Knocked away, and it'll be another turnover. Here come the Raiders driving the floor. Oh, that pass in traffic, just too much. We're fortunate they keep possession, as it was last touched by the Lady Dragons.
But nice job of Bryce Harvey Carr to quickly get back down the floor, get in the lane, and knock that one away.
So here is a wide open again. They just did this 2 minutes ago. Can't convert that time. We get an offensive rebound, and now last touched by the Raiders. So had a good opportunity there, did Ondenemy, the 6'1" freshman. Actually 6'3" out of Orleans, France. Letting the Lady Dragons letting that clock run a little bit down inside 10. Running more of their offense. 2 on the clock, not going to get it off. That is going to be a shot clock violation, and a great defense there from the Raiders.
All defense there from Northwest Florida State. Paris running the offense, yeah, but running a lot more offense than they wanted to. They just could not find a good shot.
So here come the Raiders up the floor with inside 5 minutes to go here in this first half of play. Balloon the lead up to 11, trying to build on that here. Down in the paint, keeping it alive on the baseline. The kick out is good for Davis. Shayla Davis now with 4 points following that baseline 3-point shot. 34-20, Northwest Florida State. Maya passed on the 3 and then was taken by House. She follows the shot, gets fouled in the rebound. She'll go to the free throw line for 2, so she in the act of shooting.
One thing about House, she is not shy about taking that shot, be it inside, be it outside. She'll take it, followed her shot nicely there, and finds herself at the line.
Free throw is good. That'll make it her 10th point of the morning. She's now in double figures. Goes 2 for 2 at the strike. Down to a 12-point lead. Got it to her on the low block. She skipped pass over in the corner. Davis shot misses everything, and it's rebounded by Purfax. Good take inside, kick out. Going off the right block. Very patient, good ball movement. Driving baseline. Here's a 3 from the right corner with 4 on the clock, and light it up. It's good for Scott. Nevaeh Scott with a 3-pointer there, gives her 7 here in the first half. Staying a little flat-footed there for a second was Maya Jones. Now they get it off. Shot on the way. It rims out, and offensive rebound put back up by Walters. She's fouled. Foul's going to be on Scott. It'll be her first foul of the game. Second team foul for Northwest Florida State.
Here's Walters at the free throw line. She averages just over 6 points a ball game, 30% from the line. Fascinates me, though, listening to Northwest Florida State over here. Offensively, for the Raiders, every move on the floor is, it has a purpose. It's been practiced. It's been drilled into them. It's just fascinating. Every pass, every step on the floor, every shot.
Yeah, as you observe what I hear, you know, maybe 3 times they passed on a pretty good open shot, but they're wanting that 4th pass over in the corner wide open and drilling it. Yeah. Like, there it is, there it is, you know. And it's fascinating. You're exactly right. It's really, really good to see. It's fun to watch a different perspective when you have a squad that's hitting on all cylinders. Oh, got a inadvertent looked like an elbow maybe. I didn't see what it was, but it is definitely painful.
House will pick up the foul. And, I tell you, I mean, I chuckle, but it's not funny at all. Certainly not Celia Revere. She has just been, she's been in a battle here in this first half. We'll put it that way.
So the foul is, yeah, she's been through the ringer already in the first half. The wrist now. Down low, she kicks it out. Thought about a three. Now they go left side. And a foul down low. That's going to be, I believe, on House. That'll be on number 0. Makia Newhouse. Goes by New. I never did confirm. Is she a Cowboys fan? Was the family a Cowboys fan? Is that an ode to Robert Newhouse? That's just us and our great
old guys
we're
like
dating
us
ourselves here.
would come up with that. But I'm going with it, though.
I'm going with it, too. You said it, it's gospel. There's a drive and an offensive foul coming here.
So Revere got the offensive foul there.
So with a 2:15 to go here in the first, 2:17 actually, get a little chippy down here with the not happy with some of the blows that have Rivera has faced over the last couple of minutes, a couple of quarters, we should say. So it's a 14-point game, going to take care of a wet spot on the floor down there. Now back to action. Coming out is House. Coming on will be Summers. And the Lady Dragons have some work to do here. They're down 14 after coming out with a great start.
Yeah, had a great start, but let it slip away, and now the harder they try, the further they get behind.
That'll be stolen as Walters tried to go right side. Here comes Davis and count the basket. Jayla Davis now with 6 points.
She takes it down the floor, gets the layup, and gets fussed at from her coach for not giving the ball up.
They're preaching the fundamentals here. He had a chance to get that ball down there a little quicker. I'm looking at that scoreboard, pretty evenly matched as far as points 6, 7, 8, 6, and 2. Yeah. So there's a charge coming here. That'll be, I believe that's going to go against Walters. Yeah, Maddie now picking up her second foul of the contest.
Something tells me, though, as meticulous as the Northwest Florida State Raiders are, Paris is in the zone defense. I'm almost saying that Northwest Florida State probably has an entirely different offensive scheme if you were man-to-man.
Put the 3 down there as Destiny McFall back in the game. She says, oh, I'm not in double digits yet. Let me go ahead and hit a 3. She's now got 11.
Third three-pointer.
3 on the other end. Says the net is hung. I will unhang that for you. Thank you very much. Count the basket for Harvey Carr. Bryce Harvey Carr with a 3 for the Lady Dragons. Inside a minute to go now. Time clicking away. Both baskets on back-to-back trips. The net was hung, so this time it's Celia going off, finishing.
For as many body blows as she has taken in this first half, she still has a good shot.
Yeah, she has. They have been making her work here in this first half. It's not slowing her down, though. 8 points for her. Shot over the top is good. Count that for Gentle. Lauren Gentle with a basket. 5 seconds in the half, driving and hanging. Left it short, and that's how the first half is going to end. 44-28, Northwest Florida State on top of Paris. So let's talk a little bit about this first half. Paris off to a great start, but just could not maintain that for the entire first half, and Northwest Florida State took advantage.
Yeah, and so, again, from a pair standpoint, very much a learning experience playing a team like this. And yeah, okay, so you got off to a good start. Now, what do you learn? You got to maintain that. Somehow you've just got to keep it going, and you can't have ups and downs throughout a game, certainly not when you're playing the #1 team in the nation. Likewise, on the other hand, for Northwest Florida State, they come out and find out that they weren't into it at all. I guess they're not used to a 11 o'clock ball game. They're used to being the headlining act at 7:30. And so this was a little different for them. Took them obviously a half a quarter to get their act together, and once they do, away they go.
Pretty good assessment there, and I would add this: they get their fair share of realizing, man, we got 4 to go, because in Region 14 you're playing the likes of TJC, Kilgore.
Sure.
You're looking at Tyler, TVCC. I mean, but that's one thing I think Coach Christian was hammering is, guys, we got away from our game plan. Their game plan was not to run up and down the floor, but that's where Northwest Florida State is just so good. They get you playing the way that you don't want to often play.
Yeah, there comes a point in time where they step up the pressure, and once they put the pressure on you, start getting some steals and some easy baskets, you're done.
It's where we're at right now. It's a 16-point game, just like that. So we'll step away and come back with more after this, the second half. It's Northwest Florida State and Paris in the opening game of 5 today here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At UT Health East Texas, our skilled orthopedic and sports medicine experts are using advanced joint technologies to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
You know, here at First State Bank, we're not just about opening accounts or getting loans. We're about community, whether that's sponsoring local events, donating to nonprofits, or volunteering hundreds of hours. It comes down to the fact that we're local money working for you, local people. For over 80 years, we've been helping Texans build their homes, their businesses, and their dreams. With 7 convenient locations, there's always a branch around the corner. So come say hi and get to know us. First State Bank, where community matters.
You know, they're not talking about you, just you all the time like they do rodeo athletes, you know. It's the Wright family, you know, the Wright brothers.
I don't really look at it as we're legendary, but it's kind of unreal. What we do and what we get to do, you know, the things we've done and hopefully continue to do, I guess you could say it is legendary.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich.
I wish I could tell you this life is easy, that you'll never know defeat. And every run you make will be perfect. But there's a difference between wanting something and making it happen. Passion, practice, these are the keys to success. If you want to lead this life.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking, Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Cowboy Headquarters is your one-stop shop destination in Athens. 80,000 square feet of awesome sitting on 25 acres with top brands for all your farm and ranch needs, including Prefer, Tartar, Steel, SMA, Bluebonnet, Equibrand, Trent Ward Saddlery, Professional's Choice. We have a Texas-size store with a Texas-size selection. Cowboy Headquarters just south of the Loop on Highway 19 in Athens. Cowboy Headquarters is a destination you don't want to miss. Shop online now at cowboyhq.com.
From a work perspective, what am I most thankful for? I'm thankful for working with a great team. I'm thankful for working for a company that's faith-based, and I'm truly thankful to be able to take time to pray with my patients if they need it.
Having a good team to work with and a great, all my supplies are there. I got equipment if I need it, and help at a phone call away if I need that as well.
I've never had a time where I didn't feel like that I couldn't get what I needed to do my job.
We work together as a team here at Baylor, and I really appreciate that.
I'm thankful that I have the ability to work, the physical ability, the mental ability.
I think every day that I walk into the pharmacy, everybody greets me as soon as I walk in the door. And it's a small gesture, but it goes a long way and it starts your day off right.
I do feel like I'm fulfilling my calling, even if it's, the last job that I have. I'm thankful for God leading me here to work. I feel like I am growing into a much better nurse, and I've been a nurse for a long time.
When I go home at the end of each shift, whether I had a bad day or a good day, I'm ready to come back to work the next morning. And I know a lot of nurses, unfortunately, don't get to feel that way about their job, but this is how we feel here, and it's not just me, it's everybody around me.
My team, they welcome me and respect me, my differences, my culture, and I don't feel isolated when I'm with them. They welcome my ideas, they're always there for me.
We see people, a lot of brokenness, physical, emotional, come through rehab, but just walking beside them in this and being able to help them get better, to see the outcomes of it is it's really rewarding.
I mean, I'm so grateful for Baylor, really. I love it here. Baylor's a very good place to work for. It's different.
I've worked at other larger hospitals and I would never go anywhere else.
I'm thankful for what I do. I'm thankful for the patients that we take care of. I'm thankful for my calling, my ministry, is helping those who can't help themselves, being there for them. So I'm thankful for all that I can do for someone else who can't do for themselves.
Schlotzsky's new Supreme 4-cheese white and meaty pizzas come covered in the finest toppings. But under those delicious toppings lies a made-from-scratch crust so good, you could go toppingless. Buy one pizza, get one free every Wednesday.
Your favorite thing delivered right to your door means that you never have to stop doing your other favorite thing. Nailed it. Order McDelivery in the app.
Sometimes managing your health and keeping track of all the details can feel a little overwhelming. But UT Health East Texas Virtual Care makes it easy to stay connected with your health care. You can message your doctor, see test results, pay your bills on time, and even request on-demand video visits to be seen right away from the comfort of your own home. All through your smartphone, tablet, or computer, from virtually anywhere. Less stress, more living.
Welcome back. It's the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic happening on the campus of Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. I'm Tim Howard along with Mark McLean. Mark, this first half, it started out, you can't say it's been all Northwest Florida State, but for the most part it's been Northwest Florida State. They took over a great start by Paris and leading scores. It's going to be tough to track. I know you got ink all over that chart.
Indeed, I do. But Paris got off to a great start. Nakia Newhouse has 12 points in the first half. They got off to a great start, but Northwest Florida State eventually got into a rhythm, got to doing the things that they wanted to do. Had a 20-14 lead at the first quarter. They lead here at halftime 44-28. Bart Walker, their head coach, telling me earlier, they've been on the road, this whole holiday stuff. They are ready. I guess they are, even though they got off to such a slow start, they're happy they're playing this first game this morning because they're ready to get this thing over with, get on the bus, and get home.
A long way back.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was worried about them getting stiff on the bus because to start before the third quarter begins, running some upbacks.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
Getting ready.
They may have a stop in Monroe, Louisiana to get out and run some laps.
They started before this third with a little run time to get things going. So definitely get that blood circulating here as they lead by 16. They get the possession to start. Going down the baseline. Good cutoff underneath there from House.
Paris is going to stick with that zone defense.
Going to make them shoot over the top. And McFall does not get the result she wanted as Destiny puts that one up. And it's rebounded by the Lady Dragons. Quickly down the floor. Getting that offense setting up around. Trying to get it down to the low block. House works it back across to Walters. Here's Reese Summers. Jones back to Summers, and we see a shot clock violation. How does that happen?
That's at least twice
it's,
in the game, and again, just very good defense for the Raiders.
You've got the we've seen it happen numerous times over the course of the last day and now into day 2. It's good defense, but they had ample time. That clock's got to be going in your head. Bring down the baseline, shot rattles off. And now the Lady Dragons will run. They got numbers. House with a kick out to Reese for 3. Won't go. Rebound is taken by Jones. Over in the corner to Summers. Hands it off to Jones. Nice move. Frees herself, and a charge will wipe out a basket that Allison had.
Yeah.
But the quick feed of Jalen Davis drawing the charge.
Maya Jones got away with the charge the first time, but turned right around and found herself right in the middle of a second charge.
So in Northwest Florida State fashion, they come back down the floor and get it moving out to that right side. They're working on that low baseline, and we'll get an easy bucket as McBride gets one bounce, regathers herself, and puts it up and in. First 2 minutes gone by here as the Northwest Florida State Raiders trying to add to their 18-point lead. Dragons shot on the way, won't go for House. Saves it in the lane. The shot on the way is good. Allison Reese.
Raiders moving the ball around, but still not to the speed and liking of the coaches here on the bench.
They're pretty lethargic still. I mean, they're taking care of business, but they're not doing it in the fashion of what we saw yesterday. They were a lot more crisp and in that South Plains game, and that was a couple of heavy hitters between those two working, but
yeah,
just looking a little bit out of sync. So 7 minutes to go here in the third. It's a 16-point lead for the Raiders. They get the ball, trying to work it down low. Working right side in the paint. Reverses out to the left side. Nice pass, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound, House. thought about pushing the tempo down. They'll wisely set it up around the perimeter. 16-point lead. Got some work to do here. Do the Lady Dragons have it stolen away? Here comes Scott after the steal. Coast to coast up off the glass, but fouled. And she's headed to the free throw line for 2 shots following a foul from Allison Reese on the hold.
Yeah, for Northwest Florida State, they're playing a man-to-man defense, but they come off of it quickly when you least expect it to double team and get a steal, and there they go again on the fast break.
Yeah, they're cat-like quick getting down the floor, and will make you pay in a hurry. First free throw from Nevaeh Scott is good.
83% free throw shooter.
You tend to like to see her on the stripe if you're wearing red and white. And this is the second one, and it's opportunity missed by Mosley. So the Lady Dragons bring it up the floor. Tough man-to-man defense as she'll drive through, though, cuts through the defender and goes up and gets the bucket. Talking about Bryce Harvey Carr. That's her 7th point. Gentle defending over on the way down low. That's been a fun one to watch. Inside, a kick out for 3. On the way, off the rim, they want to run. It's going to be one-on-one. Driving, drawing contact, and one. No, doesn't get the shot. Allison Reese will head to the free throw line. Foul is going to be on number 4, Nevaeh Scott. That will be Nevaeh's 2nd of the game.
Get over here at the Raiders bench, though, is just fascinating to listen to them, because even when they've passed the ball around offensively, the shot, if the shot doesn't go, immediately you get told that you weren't holding the ball correctly. I mean, I can only imagine being in one of their practice sessions, because everything is so meticulous.
Yeah, it's definitely, that might be a fun thing to take in, as long as we're taking it in and not taking it in. Here's a 13-point lead they will try to build on here. Baseline, it will be Prefects back up top. 10 on the clock. Won't go. Just not getting it to fall today. That one off the mark for Makia Chase, who's checked into the ball game. Out of California, Maryland.
There you go.
Nice save and assist. The bucket will go to Pierfax, but the play was made by Chase. Good hustle from Makia. Shot on the way, no good. Offensive rebound by Gentle, gives way to House. House hands it off to Walters. Walters gets up looking around like, what city am I in?
This has been quite a physical game.
Yeah, definitely a lot of contact. Long pass down floor, handled by Pierfax. Skip pass in the corner. It's going to be Scott on the baseline. That'll be a backcourt coming here against the Raiders, as it was last touched by, I believe that was going to be on Mosley last touch. It might have been on Chase. But with 3:54 here in the third, it is a 15-point game. Northwest Florida leading over Paris at the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic. You're seeing it here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
You know, they're not talking about you, just you all the time like they do rodeo athletes, you know. It's the Wright family, you know, the Wright brothers.
I don't really look at it as we're legendary, but it's kind of unreal. What we do and what we get to do, you know, the things we've done and hopefully continue to do, I guess you could say it is legendary.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's barbecue pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Northwest Florida State
they're not
taking
talking.
care of things here this afternoon. Well, not officially this afternoon. We're 2 minutes shy of 12, but my stomach was telling me it was afternoon. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up here at the Budke Serna Classic today.
Some more great games throughout the day. Panola taking on LSU Eunice in our 1 o'clock contest. South Plains and Angelina at 3. Cedar Valley and Hill get together at 5. And tonight, a much anticipated contest between numbers 11 and 13 in the nation as Three Rivers and Trinity Valley get together at 7.
That'll be a fun one. Looking forward to all of that. In fact, if you're in the area, come on out and enjoy it. It was House on the other end that got the basket, and then back on the Northwest Florida State side comes Riviera to go with the reverse layup. So still a 15-point contest. Ball knocked away, but regathered by the Lady Dragons. Skip pass. Nice play by Reese to, actually Walters, to keep that one from going into the Lady Dragons bench. Foul going to be on Nevaeh Scott. So
her third. And
yeah, she's now got 3. She'll take a seat here with the Raiders at a 15-point lead. That would have helped things, but rattles out. Now they run the floor. Here comes Chase up and left it just short. Foul coming on Maddie Walters.
I tell you, Bart Walker, an hour before a game, is such a pleasant guy to talk to. I'm sure he's fun on the bus going home.
But it ends between 1 and 4.
Yes, but during the course of a ball game, wow.
Intensity.
Yes.
And they are, they're a fine old machine, and he's a fine-tuned machine. Warrior not. He's managing expectations.
He's the engineer, and he will let you know anything and everything.
Shot is up and good. 1 of 2 at the stripe. 52-36. It's Paris trailing big to the #1 team in the country here. Shot is no good, but a foul coming here, as it'll be 2 free throws following the foul on Maya Purefax. So going to the free throw line, it's going to be Bryce Harvey Carr.
.75% free throw shooter that misses the first one.
Gotta have those, man. When you're fighting this kind of a battle and a challenge, you cannot afford to miss. And got that one home, but almost rattled out.
Nevaeh Scott's going to check back in after coming over to the bench a few moments ago and getting some instruction.
Yeah, she'll be glad to get back out there and try and execute what they were talking about here. So Chase gives way to Scott. Now it's Davis. Davis down low to Rivera. Running some motion offense here. 10 on the clock. Three-pointer from the corner won't go. Offensive rebound. Rivera. That's a foul there, but that's a play there that Mosley probably has a pretty good look at the basket. 1 step to the glass, she's there, but extra pass. Now they'll have to hit a couple at the free throw line.
Yeah, I really thought she was going to take the shot, but sometimes some teams like that extra pass. Some teams maybe don't. I mean, what you going to do? You make the extra pass, something happens. You don't make the extra pass, you get accused of being a ball hog.
Yep. 16 points as she goes 1 of 2. So now sizing them up, it's Reese handing it off to Walters. Good defense out there by Davis. And Harvey Carr for three. Bryce Harvey Carr for three. Nicely done there by the freshman out of Camden, New Jersey. I do like the patience here from Northwest Florida State. Some of the teams we've seen over the last couple of days, they're one and done. They're up and down the floor, and they get that. But here in the second half, especially Northwest Florida State's really working on running more motion, and they're getting really good looks at the basket.
Yeah, this is, I'm sure they're using this weekend and maybe, in a lot of their non-conference games as, serious practice sessions, if you will, to get ready for their conference play and postseason play after that.
First one is good by Celia. It's the second one on the way. Goes 2 for 2. There's a steal from the big out front. 6'3" running the floor. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but draws the foul from Bryce Harvey Carr.
Not exactly who you would expect to see getting the steal and leading the fast break.
2 free throws coming for the 6'3" sophomore. Couple of dribbles and lets it fly. Gets that one to go.
By far the tallest player. I think Davin. Well, I don't know. What do you have for Davenport as far as?
I got her down at 6'2", so yeah, she's got her by an inch. And then Jade also listed as 6'3", so.
Yeah, but they've had that 6'5", 6'6" before at Northwest Florida State. But like Coach Walker was telling me earlier, right now in his system, he likes a good 5'10", 5'11", run the floor constantly.
They are really coming out on that around the top, and a blocking foul coming here on Chase as House trying to make something happen. Foul underneath. So 1:17 to go here in the third. Nice entry level. Good close though by Davenport. Following the shot. Sorry, that wasn't Davenport. That was Ondema. Kick out for 3. Thought about it. Going to come left side. Chase back across to Scott. Davis on the baseline. Left baseline. Nice pass. And the finish left it short. Wow, Mosley had it. Couldn't get it to fall, but there is Ondema with the bucket. Final 40 seconds to go in the third. Shot on the way, and that's a bucket on the other end.
Reese Summers with the layup there.
Throw into a spot, and I do mean a spot. Yeah. He went to the spot.
But you know, seriously, Paris at 3-6 on the young season, losing here, they're behind 59-43. Come conference time, though, they got some athletes. They're going to beat some people, and probably some people that aren't expecting it.
Yeah, they've got a good team. They really do. They've got to, I think, build a little more depth. If they can find some depth, that's going to help them tremendously.
And confidence.
And confidence, exactly. Are they going to count the basket right at the buzzer? And it will be good. 61-43 as we go to the fourth. It's coming up here in just a moment on the Cardinal Sports Network.
You know, they're not talking about just you all the time like they do rodeo athletes, you know. It's the Wright family, you know, the Wright brothers.
I don't really look at it as we're legendary, but it's kind of unreal. What we do and what we get to do, you know, the things we've done and hopefully continue to do, I guess you could say it is legendary.
No one ever said you need to be sick to get better. That's why at Baylor Scott & White, we're innovating how people get well and stay that way. Where prevention might just be the prescription.
Way to work.
Teaching is on the treatment plan. And everyone is always on the same team. Yours. Baylor Scott & White Health, changing healthcare for the better.
We're headed to the fourth here with Northwest Florida State in the driver's seat, leading 61-43 over Paris. I'm Tim Howard along with Mark McClain joining us this weekend here for the Budke Serna tournament. Glad to have you back again this year. And let's talk a little bit about going into this fourth. Obviously, you want to stay healthy. If you're Paris, you may not make up that 18-point lead, but there's a lot you can learn and work on in this fourth.
Yeah, and that's all you can really do. And Brittany Christian, I'm sure, is wanting to see effort mainly. Keep up with the effort and try and make some things happen, but you get a quick turnover right here.
Yeah, that's not the way they drew it up in that timeout, the huddle at the end of the third. But, man, I credit to Northwest Florida State. They are quick. Those hands are working, and there's always somebody reaching for the ball. So you've got to be protectors of that ball for sure.
And give or take, right at 20 points a quarter.
Yeah, they're on pace to hit 80. Here's what's fourth period starting here. First of 5 games, ending with the nightcap this evening. It'll be Trinity Valley hosting Three Rivers. So we'll look forward to having that for you. Of course, games all the way through. A tie-up situation there. That arrow will favor the Lady Dragons.
But again, for Paris, like most coaches always say, just compete, and show some effort. And even if you're behind 61-43, there's still some good things you could do, and see who's willing to step up and make a play.
Absolutely, as you got to make the most of your minutes, and we talk about all the time that, especially at the junior college level, it's about making a highlight reel. You're trying to get to that next level. All these ladies, of course, guys, whether you're covering guys or girls, they're trying to get to the next level. Shot on the way won't go. Rebound is taken by Scott. Nevaeh on the push. Kick out for 3. Back to Scott in the corner. Count the basket. Nicely done. That's a 3-pointer for Nevaeh. That'll give her 11 on the afternoon.
Paris just dribbled the ball a lot, and it's been kind of the theme of the day is that they get it to an open player, and the open player, again, to me, doesn't have the confidence to take the shot. And,
yeah, it's been an ongoing theme, hasn't it? I mean, they haven't really, like you touched on confidence earlier about, the more that confidence comes, you're a different player when you're playing with the urgency and confidence, right?
Yeah. And I think by January they'll have it. But
yeah.
Right now they seem to be struggling with it.
Finding your way a little bit.
Other than Newhouse.
Newhouse, she's continuing to attack the basket. And you look up at the foul there, going to be called on number 1, Davis. But, yeah, Newhouse, 17 points. And a chance to add to that here at the stripe on the way. And it's no good. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday. It's still early in the season. And as you look at Paris and Northwest Florida State, for that matter, there's a lot of youngsters in both these tournaments. They're still finding their way at the college level, and it's going to take a minute or two sometimes. Oh, that's a ill-advised pass. There must have been partially blocked, as it'll be brought over by Ree Summers with the ball.
Well, and as you're finding out, some of these young ladies in Paris do not know your favorite hangout yet, but they'll figure it out.
They do now. I pulled up Burgerland on my phone and showed a couple of them. They're like, we got to go there. So they give up the basket there. Coming up the left, going to the left side now, it's going to be the Lady Dragons trying to find something of consistency. And I think that's what Coach Christian's observing right now. She's like, all right, who are going to be my go-tos? Who are earning minutes right now? What's that rotation look like come January to get ready for regional play?
Yep. But they'll get it figured out. Region 14 is always, yes, Trinity Valley is you know, the class, if you will, of the region, but
there's some
Tyler,
good
Angelina, Panola, Paris, they're all out there, and you get even further down south with the Blends and Lees and teams like that there.
Yeah, and
they're all there.
We saw the Lady Roadrunners yesterday. We talked after the game with Coach Coleman. He said, "Yeah, I'm missing a couple of players. I really was needing them today. Starters, yeah, one's an All-American." So those kind of things, they tend to shake themselves out. Come conference time, you'll see a lot of these people hitting full stride, if you will.
Yeah.
That is last touched by the Lady Dragons. They're going to change that call. Originally, now they're discussing it. So it will be Northwest Florida State basketball.
And there's so many things that go on behind the scenes that we don't know. Sometimes a player may be injured. Some player may be ineligible right now, but January they'll be fine.
They'll be good to go.
You know, so there's so many things that, you know, the teams that you see now, and then you see that same team again in early February, and you're like, I don't recognize them. It's like a different team, and that can happen.
It does, and a little discussion here. So we're going to try and listen in and see what. They're going to reset the shot clock. The shot clock issues, so they've reset it to 20. Yeah, I see you bebopping over there, getting the groove going, getting to see.
My alarm clock's still going on, too.
Mine too. So here we go, 66-47, a little reset here. If you're just tuning in, Paris came out with a quick start, got out to a lead that lasted for the first 6+ minutes of the game before Paris finally was able to, or Northwest Florida State was able to take that lead back. And they have not looked back since. Shot on the way for three. Count the basket. That is none other than Nevaeh Scott. Scott with 14 on the afternoon. 69-47, Paris trailing. Swing pass, working around perimeter. Three on the way from Jones. Not there. Maya's shot rattles out. Quick pass down the floor, up and good with a layup. Count the basket for McBride.
Running the floor very nicely there.
Did not deliver on that underneath. Good drive by McBall.
I think they're warmed up now.
I think they have, no more hitting that snooze button. They are running the floor. Still a long way to go here in the fourth. 5:49 to go. It's up 73-47. And we'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout.
Arson, I got a good story for you. This was kind of the highlight of discussion at last year's Classic here. So you had just like this year, you had Northwest Florida State and South Plains. The discussion was, all right, Coach Walker, you're about to get on a bus and go east. All right, Coach Batten, you're about to get on a bus and go west. Which one of you is getting home first?
That's a good question. Good question. They both had a long way to go.
So go figure. You could end up in Niceville, Florida, as fast, if not faster,
still
than
in
you
the
could
state
make
of
it to
Texas.
Levelland, Texas.
Isn't that crazy? And we were talking with Was it Coach Wiggs yesterday?
From Three Rivers?
Three Rivers.
Yes.
They had about an 8.5 hour commute.
Yeah.
So that's a busy part of the year right now for these guys because they're traveling nonstop. They're playing all around and trying to get in as much work as they can before you come back to the start of the second semester in January. You're gonna already have a couple 3 games in reach and play by then.
But these teams come here, and we look forward to talking with Trinity Valley head coach Precious Ivy during the next ball game because I want to ask that. Why? Why do they want to come here? And I'd be interested to get her take on that.
Yeah, I think I know what she's going to say, but I would love to hear the answer to that too. Here's a baseline jumper on the way up and good. And we're gonna get
like you said, a chance to hear from Coach Precious Ivy, and that's tentatively set for halftime of the second game. So we'll look forward to that, and maybe some other guests along the way here before we're said and done. 73-49, 5:10 to go in the game. Driving, boy, great explosive step, but doesn't finish. That was Chase to the back to the basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock. We mentioned that because we've seen this Paris team run out of time on the shot clock, but they got that bucket with 15 to go, just in case you're scoring at home. So making it 73-51, Gentle with a bucket. I kind of summed up the philosophy right there. I don't know if our mics picked it up, but that is Coach Walker. Don't hold the ball. Move the ball. Move the ball. And good things happen when they move it. Don't get the result there as it's rebounded by the Lady Dragons, but yeah, that good sharp snap passing.
But you move the ball, but then when you get the ball and shoot, your hands better be in the right position and your feet better be pointed
set
in the right direction.
That's right. Here's a steal coming the other way. Fairfax gives off to Chase. Makaya is going to draw the foul. I believe that's going to be on Laura Gentle. We'll wait for, number 50, Lauren Gentle, picking up the foul. So inside 4 minutes to go. We've got a media timeout on our hands. We're going to step away. It's Northwest Florida State leading at 73-51 over Paris here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Long before the craving hit you, when nothing else would do but Texas barbecue, we were way ahead of you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving, delivered where you want it, when you want it. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
And welcome back. It is the Budke Serna Thanksgiving Classic. I'm Tim Howard along with Mark McLean. It's the first game of 4 for today. 10 over the last 2 days. It will sum this thing up. And how much fun is this? Hoops?
I more and more, especially early in the season, I feel so important.
You do?
I do, because it takes these players, be it the guys or the girls, it doesn't matter. It takes these players longer throughout the season to realize where they need to go at the scorer's table to check themselves in the ball game. They always come over to me and tap the table.
Well,
so I feel so important.
I get it. I understand why they go right there and get in front of you. They're like, that's got to be the guy. All kidding aside, though, that actually cost Northwest Florida State from getting someone checked in because, they talk about that before they get on the floor. Make sure you go all the way to the middle, down to where the scorers, the official scoring.
But early in the season, it doesn't matter what gym you're in. They're going to come to me at the table, and I'm not the guy.
Yeah. Well, half the time we're knee-deep in notes and monitors and headphones and producer talking Well, but we look important, apparently.
Apparently so. Here's a foul down low. It's coming on Raiders number 12, Purifax. It will be called for the block. So inbound underneath, and it's a baseline jumper on the way. She looks good. House has been pretty consistent. That'll give her 21 today, and she's really.
I can see where she is going to cause some problems with some other Region 14 teams.
I agree with you there. Here's a almost stolen. Thought about a three. Chase will now move it back around. Inside the drive on the way up, and foul call. Good. So 3:08 to go here. It's game 1 of 5 as the Lady Dragons are trailing big to the Raiders here. It was 61-43 to start the fourth. Now it's a 14-10 advantage. And in the paint, the foul called. So this one's going to be on Gentle, number 50, for a push. Going to the stripe, it'll be Mosley. Stephanie Mosley step into the line.
And again for Northwest Florida State, even after that slow start, they've been hanging around 20 points a quarter. And they've got 3 minutes to get 5 or 6 more points.
First one is good. Yeah, I think they're going to
already
surpass
exceeded
that.
Their average.
Yeah, they were, and they've also had a lot of teachable moments in this ball game. Is the great thing. Get a nice W, but a lot of measurable moments, if you will, where they have been able to talk about, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it. Gentle getting physical down low, gets the rebound, now stripped away. Lead pass out front to Chase. Saves it on the baseline, and now pulled down by Burks. Hope Burks on the push. Step and a blocking foul. Yeah, she leaned into her there, so not going to please the Northwest Florida State folks, but I think she leaned in. That'll be her 5th foul with 2:41 to go.
And a good Northwest Florida State has a tremendous theatrical class down there.
That would be
so we just saw
an understatement.
We just saw
and the Academy Award goes to.
That's right. That's right.
That was a good play though by Burks. I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of her as you see it coming into the screen. We're going to see it one more time. You'll see she gets set, and then I don't even think she really got her.
Yeah,
she just,
I'm telling you, it's the theater teacher at Professor at Northwest Florida State will be very happy with that.
Great job by cameraman. Always right spot, right time, and then getting that replay. Well done.
So you know what? I had this conversation with Coach Walker earlier in the morning, long before this thing ever got started. And do you know what I failed to bring up to him?
I'd love to hear it.
I cannot believe I forgot to mention this to him.
What's that? The jersey?
The black on black uniforms.
I'm sure that's it.
I could not believe I forgot to mention that.
Say it again. Tell us how you really feel, Coach.
Did you get a quote?
I don't know if I can quote him on that one, but 77-54 as the Raiders well in control here. 2.5 to go. Defending national champion and trying to build on that great run last year and looking pretty strong this year. Not as strong in the height department, but I'm going to tell you, it doesn't look like they need it so far. There's a finish. Count that basket for Mosley. That'll give her puts them at 79, towing the line. Hold down low. And so
what was Coach Walker giving
the quote?
was he giving a a thumbs up testimonial to the officiating out of Region 8?
That would be a hard no. It would be a hard no.
I think you were saying Region 8 officiating.
Oh,
is
yeah,
better
Region
than
8.
what he's
Yeah,
seeing
way
here today.
different. I do, yes.
Yes.
You got me with the framing of that. That was well done. It's easy to trip me up. Come on, you're like, Tim, I could have got you 10 minutes ago with that one. So free throws coming on the other side here is Pollard. Puts it up.
Yes, he was given a comparison of officiating between Region 8 and Region 14, and apparently his thoughts on the subject were very home-oriented.
Oh, my goodness. Little ball movement here. Inside 2 to go in this first of 5 games today.
And he didn't mind sharing his opinion right in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I love that. That is great. Nice pass down low. Bucket on the way. It's good. 81-54 with 1:40 to go here. There's a little less enthusiasm on the green and gold. Had it knocked away. Quick hands that time from Mosley. But the recovery and the basket put that down for Burks. That'll be her 3rd point of the game. Entry level. Nobody picked her up. Oh, she missed it down low.
I wonder how much film is going to be viewed on the bus ride back to Florida.
Gonna have a few minutes to study some tape, you'd think, right? I mean,
probably going to be on all the monitors. Oh, come on, Coach, let's watch a movie. No, let's watch video from the game
let's do
today.
some film study. Blocking foul coming here. A blocking foul called here on Purefax. So with 81-56 score, it's a 57.
Coach is using his final 57 seconds for all it's worth.
A good look at it here is you've got Smith standing there looking at it, coming right into your vision there. Baseline, and yeah, that's going to smart there. Goodness. Purefax took that one right in the stomach.
Well, and Newhouse living up to what we consider her nickname. She ran over somebody.
She looked like, was it number, I'm going to say the wrong number, 44, wearing blue and white. Big star on the helmet. Here's the second one on the way. It's up and good, making it 81-58. Final minute here as Northwest Florida State's going to cruise into the win column this morning. Now into the early afternoon. It's first game of the day started at 11 a.m. Central Time. Micaiah with a pass down to Mosley. Back to Micaiah. Mosley for 3. Rattles out. Good effort there to track it down, but last touch on that baseline.
Well, Paris stayed with that zone defense right from the start to the finish. They never went man-to-man at all in this game.
No, they did not. They said we're going to make you beat us over the top. And the early start to it was working for them.
Well, but
Northwest Florida State, way too much to handle.
Yeah, and when you're getting the steals and the fast breaks, that zone's not going to do you any good.
That zone's tough to pull off on a fast break, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 10.3 to go, and a whistle here. It's going to be against Jade, number 22, as
Coach into the final second.
10.3 to go here as the Lady Dragons have House at the free throw line. Missing that one. She's
due.
At 23. That would have given her 25, but
she was due a miss.
Yeah, so she's still got a chance at 24 today, and missed them both. So they'll get another chance as General gets the offensive rebound and the putback. 81-60 is how this one is going to be finished up on the books, as Northwest Florida State gets the win over the Paris Lady Dragons. So they'll get ready for the next one coming up. Your thoughts on this one? As it was all Northwest Florida State midway through the first on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, man. Midway through the first, it took them a while to kind of get in motion here today. Again, I don't know if the alarm clock went off late or if they didn't have a very nutritious breakfast or whatever the case might have been. Took them a little while to get going, but once they got going, they lived totally up to their #1 ranking and an undefeated season. They go to 9-0 on the season now. But again, for Paris, early in the season for the Lady Dragons, they're 3-7 now. But come Region 14 time, I think Brittany Christian will have them because they certainly have the athletic ability. They just got to get in the gym and practice some more, gain their confidence. And I think come January, February, they're going to be beating some people that
yeah, you're right.
I hope they don't beat them, but they will anyway.
You're right. They're going to be a different team come, January. But most of these squads will, as they get more and more opportunities, get that rotation kind of streamlined and know who's going where and what. So it'll be fun to see. So that's the final here in game one. 81-60, Northwest Florida State over Paris. Stick around. We've got plenty more action coming up here as the day is full of action. LSU Eunice hosting Panola here at Cardinal Gym. That's set to start at 1 o'clock. So we'll look forward to that coming up here next on the Cardinal Sports Network.